Hello and welcome to the Beginner School. For those of you who are new to our website, this is just a little introductory video to show you how best to navigate and use our site. So first things first, let me introduce myself. That's me, I'm Ashley Norman, and this is co-founder Phil Szymanski. So if you're new to our site, a good place to start is our Being a Successful Student lesson. It's full of tips and tricks for all of you self-directed learners out there, including a section on video watching in case you're new to YouTube and need some ideas for how to use it. So we've also built in a translate button on our website. And so if you click on that little box in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see these are all the flags that are listed in alphabetical order. So let's change it to Spanish. And there we go. So now the lesson is in Spanish. And if you want to go back to the original, just go back up, click Show Original, and click that box away, and you're back to English. So let's say you want to have a quick look at the different lessons and get an idea of what's in each one. That's when you would use this here, Course Topic Summaries. I just clicked on Drawing to give you guys an idea of what this is. So we've got each major topic and exercise from each lesson on the website listed in here, and they're all linked, so you can go directly to that. I'm going to click here on Composition for Beginners, which is a really good crossover lesson that works for both drawing and painting students. Right, so here we are, and if I want to go back to where I just was, I'll just go back up here to my back button on my browser window, and here I am, back at Course Topic Summaries. So for those of you who might benefit from a different size font, we've got a font resizer built in, so just click on these little A's over here, and you can make it small text or medium text or big text. Up here we've got a tab called My Locker, and in there's some really important stuff for our students, including user responsibilities, terms of service, our privacy policy, and then things like our recommendation lists. So we've got recommendation lists for each one of our courses. Just go ahead and click on one, and it'll open it up. Here we are, and you can save this to your Google Drive account, you can print it, you can download it and keep it on your computer, and they're good to print out and take with you to the art store to make your trip buying art supplies a little bit less intimidating. So in addition to our recommendation lists, we also have budget worksheets, and these are really helpful to give you an idea of how much money you're going to need to get started with each of our courses. So you can see here they're all listed in alphabetical order. You can open it up in Google Sheets, which is sort of like an Excel file, and you can save it, you can print it, you can download it. If you open it with Google Sheets, you can edit it directly on your computer. So you can see here, I just changed that number to 1, and it changes the overall total. If you don't have a Google account or Excel, then you can just use a calculator the old-fashioned way. So let's take a look now at one of our sculpture lessons. In each of our lessons we have instructional videos that are embedded, and you can watch it directly on our website by hitting this little play button here, or if you'd rather watch it in YouTube, you can click on this button here and it will open it in YouTube. We've gone through and corrected all of our subtitles manually, so that way they're really accurate. If you want information on how to change the language on those, there's a lesson on our website called Closed Captioning in YouTube. You can check that out. For full screen, click on that bottom box, and then to exit, you can either hit the escape button or hit that bottom box again. So I'm going to go ahead and click out of here. It opened in a new window, so I'll just hit the X button at the top of my browser window. I'm going to scroll down and show you what other students have done. So here in the student gallery, which is at the bottom of each lesson, you can see other students' submissions. So here's one that we got from a student in Myanmar, sculpting the mouth lesson. It's kind of cool. So if you want to submit your own work, scroll down here to coursework submission form and go ahead and just fill that out with your name and your email address, country of residence, and then it's really helpful for us if you choose which course it is, whether it's drawing or sculpture. And then to pick a file, go ahead and hit browse. I'm just going to find something that I have on my computer here, and there we go. And then you can type in any comments that you have that might be helpful for other students. Like if your oil paint is too dry, maybe try adding a little bit of medium. Anything that you think would be helpful for other students who are looking at this submission. Go ahead and click submit, and we'll get it up on our website just as soon as we can. Alright, so I want to show you one more tab we've got up here. This is the SRC, or Student Resource Center. We've got a bunch of tips and tricks here that are all divided up by course. So if you are interested in general painting tips, you just go ahead and click on that. And if you find something that you really like, you can share it on social media by clicking on any of those buttons on the right-hand side. There's a button for Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, and email. So go ahead and share away. There's also a little plus box here on the top, and that will just bookmark your spot in case you want to come back to it later. Check us out on Pinterest. We've got different boards for all of our different courses, plus some inspiration in case you're feeling a little like, you need a pick-me-up. And finally, here's our Support Us page. If you're interested in supporting the Beginner's School either financially or otherwise, all of the information that you need for that is here, and thank you so much. And we hope to see you at the Beginner's School.